They sent virus-infested meals to his home and destroyed property that was at home. I initially wanted to believe Gan, as there was no evidence to back Fang's claim. However, on a trip to Nepal, Fang's hometown, Gan made a comment saying, "I've come to be tough."
Got my boozles at the ready.
During the trip to Nepal on December 4th of 2022, Gan would go live one last time, where he traveled through the streets of Nepal, unknowing what lurked within the shadows.
出来呀，这后面不是在墙，不要他就来在墙上。酸奶吧？哪里有网红酸奶？这个好喝吗？就在前面。
Merely a second after this moment, screams can be heard. Fang would sneak up behind Gan and stab him numerous times in the back and stomach. Slain in the middle of Nepal's streets, Fang wouldn't flee the scene, but would instead stay by Gan's dying body and scold him. He wanted to ensure that in Gan's final moments, even he would know who had won. In the days that followed, Fang would be arrested by the authorities and taken into custody following the murder.
My shields are recharging.
I'm out of one ammo. Recharging shields. Getting shot at.
Harrison Gilks, a Canadian teenager, got diagnosed with a rare cancer known as rhabdomyosarcoma at only the young age of 16. It wasn't until 2 years later that he would find out his cancer was terminal. However, instead of wasting his final years depressed and alone, he decided to do something inspiring.
I'd like to make a little series called maybe like bucket list series. I'm gonna go out and do a bunch of stuff that I've always wanted to do. You know, I'm not sure what yet. You know, maybe skydiving or stuff.
Harrison posted a TikTok about his cancer and he dreams of completing as many bucket list activities as he could in the little time he had left. This TikTok grew exponentially fast and kickstarted the overwhelming support behind his goal of making his last years some of his best. Thanks to many donations, Harrison quickly began going on many adventures, both on the ground and in the sky. During this time, he would update his fans on his health and even express some encouraging news, stating that the tumors in his lungs and prostate stopped growing.
It's also a scan where the big tumor in my prostate stopped growing for now, and the ones in my lungs have only grown a little bit.
He continued to gather more life experiences, and his audience watched the day as Harrison's 18th birthday was approaching. This milestone would be monumental. Harrison was able to see his 18th birthday. However, on October 21st, the day he turned 18, social media heard nothing. People understood that this must be a very special and sensitive moment. However, they began to get a little concerned when no update was posted throughout the following weeks. Harrison pretty much went MIA for an entire month until November 17th, when he returned to TikTok with some unfortunate news.
So the chemo I did all summer, it didn't really work. Tumor kept progressing, and it's gotten a little bigger, and it spread to my hip too.
The cancer wasn't looking good. It was growing and, even worse, spreading. The clock was ticking, and Harrison gave his final push towards his bucket list. In the next 3 months, Harrison would travel all across the globe, enjoying tours of the mountain peaks to the beaches of Cancun. He spent quality time with his family, his friends, and even got to meet multiple members of his favorite hockey team. Harrison is one of the purest reminders I've seen to keep your head high and live life to its fullest. On March 22nd of 2023, Harrison would take to TikTok one last time. This was his final message.
Chances of me going home, very slim. So I'll be in the hospital for probably the remainder of whatever time I got left. Pray for me and my family. It's been a great ride with you guys on the bucket list. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support throughout everything. Bucket list complete.
Harrison would pass
Extended
shortly
light
after
back
this.
here. Level 2.
Extended light
Inquisitor
back here.
is just
Level
as
2.
tragic as any other entry in this list. Unlike the others, however, it's not a display of unfortunate circumstance, nor a crossfire between two colliding parties. This is an example of how even the best decisions don't guarantee the best life. Inquisitor was a famous TikToker who cosplayed as the character Ghost from the Call of Duty franchise. In the video game, Ghost is most known for his silent and mysterious persona. However, Inquisitor brought his own character to the man behind the map. Stas Replay is a Russian streamer who has a very controversial history to say the least. Most of his streams are just pure chaos, featuring himself and a group of friends performing challenges and stunts, often under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Stas is the epitome of what it means to be an awful human being. He's a bully and would often perform immoral acts to gain viewers at the expense of his so-called friends. There's one instance where Stas befriended a man with disabilities and would invite him on stream to be his viewers' punching bag. Viewers would make donations and request that Stas abuse the man in various ways. Most included physical abuse, however some noteworthy ones involved the man drinking a bottle of oil and even getting a tattoo of viewers' names on his face. Stas would accept almost any request, and the manipulation he had on many people was rather disgusting, especially his hold over his girlfriend Valentina. Stas and Valentina's relationship was textbook abusive. In some instances, you can see the pair engaging in romantic gestures. However, most often, she was pushed, slapped, and thrown around by Stas. Similar to any other guest on his show, Valentina was a victim to Stas' abuse. In the clip here, we can see the aftermath of him pepper spraying her. She then just rolls around in agony in the background as Stas continues to talk and chat. These punishments would grow worse and worse, until one day, Stas accepted a donation suggestion that he would forever regret. A viewer donated $1,000 for Stas to inflict pain on Valentina and force her outside in the frigid weather.
Something like that.
Please note that Valentina was also pregnant. However, as always, Stas could care less.
30 seconds.
Stas argued that he needed to do it for the money, and Valentina tried to resist. However, Stas forced her outside onto the nearby balcony, blocking the entrance and trapping Valentina in weather reaching as low as -8°C. During the ordeal, Valentina was only in her underwear and tried to grab a jacket. However, Stas refused. After hours of hearing Valentina bang against the door and scream for help, the pleas would stop, and soon after, Stas would go to check on her, where he would find an unconscious, freezing corpse.
Wake up, ring's moving. That thing hurts.
Stas carry Valentina inside and call for paramedics. He's surprised that he can't feel a heartbeat. All he needs is a rescue. He continues to talk and chat, all while Valentina's unconscious corpse lay on the couch behind him. After the police arrived, Stas took the street running. All of his viewers said they would donate money if he captured the aftermath of the murder. I can't express enough how much Stas truly resembles the power of greed in the face of it. Autopsy reports later found that it wasn't actually hypothermia that killed Valentina, but instead multiple blood traumas she received in her head, all coming from Stas, moments before being locked outside. A streamer by the name Willie Two Guns found himself in the middle of a complex situation. He was a frequent viewer of a fellow streamer named Only Use Me Blades, and after a breakup between Blade and his girlfriend of 3 years, Willie began.
The pursuit of capturing nature's beauty often drives photographers to get close to wild animals. However, this quest for the perfect shot can sometimes bring them dangerously close to an apex predator who will think twice about proving its dominance, leading to deadly outcomes. Hit that like button and subscribe right now. In today's episode, we go over 3 times an animal has fatally mauled a photographer who got too close. Welcome.
We're here with a gentleman who was riding his UTV up along this ridge line, and unfortunately they rolled off the top and the Razor rolled 1,200 feet. The gal that was buckled up was too far of a fall for her, and she passed away when she hit the bottom.
She was just laying there, and I was just in so much shock. I just grabbed her hand, and she was already passed away when I got there.
Yeah. We're ready for you to pull.
Maybe we could tie onto the front and pull it that way and it'll slide right. Nope, we won't. We'll just drag it up frontwards.
I went straight all through all those trees, dark.
You guys doing all right?
For as best we can.
Yeah.
I got ejected out, and then I just ran down the mountain, and I, getting there to it and seeing her. She was just laying there, and I was just in so much shock. I just grabbed her hand, and she was already passed away when I got there.
Yeah. Is your mind doing all right with going through all that?
It's doing okay. It's rough to sleep though.
Yeah.
Pretty much replays every night, But one day at a time.
Absolutely.
We'll make it through it.
Better angle on Echo location.
I'm back. You guys miss me? Of course you did.
Charging shield. I'm bleeding out.
Getting shot. Someone's got a death wish. I'm down and pick me up.
1 minute until close. Ring's nearby. Bam goes the boozle.
I'm down. Need help.
Just gotta patch myself up. Already inside the ring. Nice.
Elliot Roger, a YouTuber from LA, began posting on the platform in 2014. Initially just posting great views Ernest Wilson, a 24-year-old aspiring entrepreneur, wanted to capitalize on the lack of entertainment venues during the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Since clubs and large social gatherings were closed during this period, Ernest began hosting his own parties where he would charge a small cover fee for entry. He would jump between different Airbnb rentals where he would set up different reimagined board games for the party to play. These were typically classic board games with different additions to force drinking liquor during the event. He would coin these parties as Game Night and would often stream the event to help promote the upcoming venues he planned to host. Typically, these just consisted of young adults having fun during the party. However, on April 4th, the lighthearted nature of these events would take a chill turn. Ernest would take to social media to promote an upcoming game night where the featured game would be hide and seek. He planned for the event to occur on April 3rd and move into April 4th, with a cover fee of $5 for men and free entry for women. The comment section was very enthusiastic, with the turnout for the event seeming rather positive. Everything was prepared, and as the party started, Ernest would once again go live on Facebook.
Hit the switch. Oh, that light, I don't know. This light.
The party appeared to be going as well as it normally does. Ernest would move around the house, talking to chat, and interacting with guests at the party. Eventually, the featured game of hide and seek would begin, and as Ernest counted, he would soon find out he wasn't the only one looking for someone on that tragic night.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, because I'm tired of counting. Ready or not, here I come. Lock the door so nigga, the open door on me. Ain't nobody in the staff from. I didn't think nobody. Oh, alright. His ass.
I can win this thing.
The front door locked. Hey, Pud! Pull that shit up!
Captured live on Ernest's stream, we can see an invader hop the fence and force his way into the party. Ernest first acted casual about it, however he soon learned that this wasn't a man trying to sneak in. This was a criminal trying to rob the house. The footage ends here, however it was suspected that this was more than just a robbery, as after the invasion, only one individual was shot and killed. Ernest Wilson.
遠いな山頂頑張ろう雨ちゃん
I'm Jumpmaster. I'll pick the party spot.
In 2019, a YouTuber who went by the name Tetsu decided to adventure up the snow-filled peaks of Mount Fuji. In a live stream titled Let's Go to Snowy Mount Fuji, Tetsu streamed his entire journey for his friends and family to watch along with. In the 4-hour live stream, we can see Tetsu scale the mountain from the very bottom, moving through the initial dirt and stone hills to the frigid, cold, icy peaks of the mountain. This journey isn't one for the ill-prepared. Towering almost 4,000 meters high, the slippery cliff sides of Mount Fuji have taken its fair share of lives, and if you're not careful, yours just might be next. For the most part, Tetsu's journey went rather well. We can hear him laughing and talking with other hikers in the mountain. However, as Tetsu scales higher, those laughs would soon turn into warnings.
電波あるね近い言うね了解最後に行く指ちょっとやばいね指痛くて感覚がない
Oh boy, next ring's
やばいね
Although in Japanese, as Tetsu moves closer to the peak, we can hear a fellow traveler warn him to be careful. Although accepting the advice, as Tetsu climbed on the final hills, he succumbed to the many dangers of ice waiting on the walls of Mount Fuji.
Yeah, now we're talking. Let's do this.
行こうここも危ないね斜面滑る
The recording device was damaged, and the stream ended here. Tetsu was later found dead after falling off the side of the mountain, However, his time of death was not confirmed.
Optics here.
To help explain the
Mid-range.
severity of the situation,
Thanks.
a user in the comments gave his thoughts and hopes for the cause of his
my
fate.
friend, are very welcome.
I've climbed Fuji twice in the summer. For his sake, I hope he died quickly from hitting a rock and being knocked unconscious. Because Fuji is a cinder
got some
cone,
materials.
and its surface is full of small, razor-sharp rocks. When you climb,
Just a
you
sec,
need to wear
grab the
gaiters
knife.
to keep them from getting in your boots and just shredding your feet. It's by no means a difficult mountain, but it is a 3,776 meter tall dormant volcano. Sliding down it would be like sliding down the world's largest cheese grater. Blunt trauma is by far preferred to bleeding out because you have no skin anymore. I wish peace for Tetsu and hope his death was quick and painless.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
I'm having a good time.
On August 18th of 2022, a 23-year-old healthcare worker named Helen Wendy went live on Facebook having fun swimming at a motel pool. Most of the video just depicts the woman splashing around and returning to her phone to answer comments left by viewers on the stream. I'll be honest, this one is very disturbing to watch, as the entire time, Helen can't help but keep a smile on her face.
Have a wonderful time.
She continues to dart back and forth between the phone and the pool, having fun and laugh during the entire time. However, at one point, she travels slightly out of frame to the deep end of the pool and begins to splash frantically and call for help. I cannot show all the footage of this event. However, after the cries for help diminish and she sinks to the bottom of the pool, the live stream would remain active for several hours and capture the reactions of other motel pool goers as they notice the body sitting at the bottom of the water.
What if it's actually somebody dead? Because I'm not even trolling, that looks way too real. Do you have their number? Like, are they there? They're in the house, they're in the office. Can I give them a call? Because I'm not getting in that pool, that looks like an actual dead person. But the thing is, if it was an actually dead person, it'd be floating to the top, right? Look it up. Like, go around behind.
Bamboozles for the foolsels.
It looks like a real person. Okay, so go around there.
The guests contacted the motel staff, and the death of Haley Wendy was confirmed, as she drowned in the pool, all caught on camera during a Facebook live stream.
Knockdown shield here. Level 2.
Kickstar was a professional Rainbow Six Siege player and ESL commentator. He would often stream on Twitch and developed a large fan base. With almost 500,000 followers, Kickstar was doing what he loved while playing his favorite game, all for a very impressive income. On top of this, he seemed like a very humble guy. He was a young kid and typically stood out of controversy, which seems to be a very hard thing for people in his position to do. However, on October 11th, Kickstar went live on Twitch and played Rainbow Six Siege as he normally does. Nothing was too different about this stream than any other ones he's done in the past. He played, laughed, and once the fun was over, talked to the chat for a bit as the stream concluded. This is how the stream ended.
Half hours. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go for a drive with Stallion, I guess. Go meet up with Stallion, and so I can use the rest of my day. Let's see, what day is today? Is today Monday? Yeah, Tuesday. So tomorrow I'll probably stream. So I guess I'll see you guys then. Probably stream for longer tomorrow, since I'm going for a drive today.
Enemy spotted. Way out there, like little cucarachas.
Taking
fire!
Shots fired, and they're hitting me.
Some rockets inside me. I cracked an enemy's shield. Cracked an enemy's shield.
The drive Kickstar would mention would sadly be his last, as shortly after this stream, police arrived at the scene of a flip BMW caused by a solo automobile crash. Kickstar was lying dead in the front seat.
That's it again. I'm down.
She got bamboozled. Charging
During
shields.
the live stream, a woman in China hosted a game which would spin a wheel of mayhem, featuring various items, including a substantial amount of alcohol and assorted foods.
Getting shot at.
For every donation she received, the wheel would get spin. The outcome would determine what she consumed, scaled to the donation size. Things were going okay, however, soon took a dark turn when the wheel ran out of alcohol.
Hope you like exercise.
She got a very large donation from $13,000 to be specific. Because of this, she was forced to pour 2 bottles of alcohol into a bowl combined with eggs and mustard. She then began to attempt drinking the concoction, however I cannot show this footage.
Got one spotted.
Drinking excessive amounts of liquor is dangerous and should not be attempted.
Making contact here.
As she drank the bowl, her viewers watched with excitement.
How do I know
But
I'm
soon,
not the
her
decoy?
complexion grew pale. She began to look rather sick.
Let's use that gravity
and soon
cannon over there.
was unable to stand straight up. She would be rescued by an ambulance and would later pass away in the hospital. Further investigations revealed that she had consumed an antibiotic prior to the street. Take this as a lesson to avoid excessive amounts of alcohol and to ensure that drinking is allowed when under the influence of certain prescriptions. Pashibrid was a World of Tanks streamer. Although not swarmed by fans, Pashibrid had a small, dedicated following who enjoyed to watch him play games and have fun with chat. You can often find him laughing hysterically or singing along to songs while he drove tanks to his favorite games. He wasn't some colossal streamer, but he did his best to just have fun and give back to the community when he could. That's why, on February 19th of 2017, Pashibrid wanted to host a 24-hour gaming stream where he would raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It was a very generous act, one that he was only a couple hours away from completing. However, on the 22nd hour, Pashibrid would begin to act a little off.
Which one do you want, bro? 2 weeks of premium or 1,000 gold?
He was beginning to doze off, and his typical energetic attitude seemed to diminish. To put it bluntly, something just didn't seem right. He eventually got up from his seat and left to go smoke a quick cigarette. However, he would never return. The drowsiness wasn't unexpected, as Pashibrid was 22 hours into a 24-hour live stream. Many simply speculated that he accidentally fell asleep on his way to have a smoke. However, a day or so later, when one of Pashibrid's mods texted him, they would soon find out that shortly after leaving the stream, would Pashibrid have a heart attack and die on the floor of his own home.